Namaskar, I'm Assistant Professor Kritika Dev from LJ School of Law, and today we'll be dealing with Indian Penal Code 1860 and another very interesting topic in the Act, that is cheating. Yes, you must have heard this term very often, and you must have even used this term. I hope so. Generally in schools, we used to use this term, ma'am, she cheated in the exam, ma'am, this person is cheating from my copy, something like this, right? But have you ever thought that there would be a legal meaning also of the term? Now, in order to know the legal meaning, in order to see the legal ingredients of these sections, let's move on to the section. Okay, so in order to understand the section, it is very important to understand this very term first. What is cheating? So before moving on to the section, I would just give you a brief about it. What do we actually understand by cheating, or what are we going to read in the section about cheating? So here, the deceive, to deceive is a main term here. Somebody will be deceived. First, say, if I deceive someone. Now, what do we understand by deceiving somebody? Now, when we deceive somebody, it means that after being deceived, the person will do something which he would not have done in a natural course if he would not have been deceived. So that he being deceived means he's actually working after being deceived, and he's doing something which he would not have done if he would not have been deceived by me, right? So much of being deceived. So in order to get this, let's see the definition. Okay, now the definition is being mentioned under section 415 of the Indian Penal Code, obviously. Now long definition is being given here, but we'll read the definition in two parts, right? Of course, we have a chart also. I'll explain it to you with the help of the chart also, but before moving on to the chart, we'll actually break this very definition into two different parts, and I'll explain these two different parts with the help of two examples. Okay, now let me read it to you. Whoever, by deceiving any person fraudulently or dishonestly, deceiving, I told you about that term, fraudulently or dishonestly, two terms, induces the person so deceived to deliver any property to any person, or to consent that any person shall retain any property. One, this is the first part. The second one would be or, intentionally induces the person so deceived to do or to omit to do anything which he would not do or omit if he were not so deceived, and which act or omission causes or is likely to cause damage or harm to that person in body, mind, or reputation or property, is said to cheat. So with this, the long definition, not the cheating that we always used to mention during the exams, ma'am, this person is cheating from my, paper or from my sheet. This is a long definition. This is what we call cheating in the legal manner. So as I said, we'll divide the definition in two parts. The first one would be deceiving, and through that, when the person is deceived, is actually fraudulently or dishonestly is being asked to deliver any property. Now let me give you one example. First, say, you must be knowing about the brands and everything, right? So somebody puts a mark, right? Puts a mark on an article which makes that article valuable. I will not name any brand or anything right here. So he puts up a mark on an article which makes it valuable after that very mark, and which is not supposed to be there, because that very article is not there because of that mark. So in order to deceive, in order to increase the value of the article, that person just puts that very mark. Now somebody comes, and when that other person sees that very mark, the value increases, and that very person is ready to buy the product in a high value, in a higher value. Now in this example, the person is being deceived. and is delivering the cash in exchange of that very article. Right? So here that person has been deceived or is being deceived, because if the mark would not have been there, right, then the person would not have actually given such a higher value of the property of that very article. Right? So he's been deceived. So this is the very first portion of the definition. The second portion is that if such very somebody has deceived and induces the person so deceived to do or to omit to do anything which he would not have done. Now let me give you one more example here, that for say, and I'll show you the chart also with which it will become more clear. Yes, so we are talking about intentionally to do or to omit to do, and then it causes harm or damage to the person to whom it is caused. Now I pretend to be an I pretend to be an IS, okay, and I go to a person. Now I am pretending to be somebody, and I just go to a bank to apply for loan, or to any other organization, any other place. Now where by seeing my goodwill or by seeing me as a civil servant, the person would of course, give me anything because of my very goodwill, because of that very post. Now I am deceiving those people, right? And I'm deceiving those people, and they would do something which they would not have done if I would not have said that I am a civil servant, that I am an IS. They would not have done. They have done it because they are being deceived by me, deceived by my very impression that I've given that I'm an IS. Now, whatever is being done by them, and this whole process will be known as cheating. I've cheated on them because I tried to be somebody else, which I am not in the actual world. I'm not. So if I try to be somebody and I make somebody do something which he would not have done in a natural course, then it amounts to cheating. Right? So this is a chart, as you can simply see, that the first element is deceiving, and then fraudulently, dishonestly, and intentionally. So these are the terms which makes it an offense. And then delivery of property, as we have seen in the first example, that mark actually made the other person buy that very property, or sometimes that person may even consent to retain the property. Let's come back to the second point. Now if is being deceived and induced dishonestly. Now for say, if I pretend to be something, as I said, right, and because of which the other person actually concerned that okay, it's okay if you keep the property, it's okay because of my goodwill, right? So here the concern is to retain the property because of something, because of the deception that I've given to the other person, because that other person is being deceived, right? So this is about cheating. You cheat to be somebody else, or you cheat in order to with regard to the property, or with regard to your recognition, anything, it could be anything, right? And this deception here amounts to cheating. I hope with this your concept about cheating is clear. Now let's move on to the punishment. The punishment is being defined under section 417 of Indian Penal Code, and the imprisonment for the same is up to 1 year, which means maximum is 1 year, minimum could be anything, or fine. Fine is an option, or with both, right? With imprisonment, or with fine, or with both. So this is the punishment which is being provided for the offense. With this, I rest my lecture, and I hope you are clear with the concept. You did not get much confused, and if you have, kindly go through the video again and see the examples and listen to the examples once again. You'll get a clear idea. Till then, I'll take your leave, and you keep studying, keep revising, as I always say. And thank you for listening. Thank you for sitting and being such nice people to listen to my lecture. Thank you.